Alrighty then, chat. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Rocket League fans around the world, as always, it's time! Peeking the mic already, day one. We are back in season. We are going ahead and watching Rocket League Navy now. Now, if we remember, a little bit of a team switch up going into the new season. We're going to see Drew, who used to be, I believe, on either blue team. Blue team. We're going to see Drew, Hikari, and Eric now on the Navy team. This time, they're going to go against Wichita State JV today for their first game back in season.
I'm excited, man.
I'm so excited and looking forward to not only a new team, but an entirely new season of games.
I know, it's just going to be just like game after game. You know, they're really good. They've been practicing in the offseason. I've known Drew. He's been getting pretty late, you know, getting those like flip resets in, you know, getting those like air dribbles or whatever.
Yeah, and then as we see now on the screen, our beautiful faces out here on the casters. So as always, right here, it is Jake Lipinski, followed by my co-caster,
Sean Gingerman Price.
And then going right into it, I'd love to see some more Rocket League today. So let's go ahead and thank our sponsors real quick, though. And we're going to see Sporting Next Level, as always, taking our gamers to that next level. I'm going to skip over Fred Nats for now because they have a special announcement, as was Colonial Internal Medicine Associates, really making sure that our players are sick out there. Now, I said that I skipped over Fred Nats, and that is because they are going to be helping sponsor us. If you remember our Smash team, we're going to have a Smash High School Showcase. You heard that, a Smash Bros High School Showcase out here, thanks in partner to Fredericksburg Nats. Now, I'm really looking forward to that, and as always, we're looking forward to looking at our players' beautiful faces. So we said that the team is a little bit switched up today. This is now the Rocket League Navy team. We see Eric out here, or Irk, or I'm pretty sure it's just Eric.
I think it's just Eric.
And then we see Hikari, as always, out there on the top, and Glup Stanko, or our friend and absolutely best man I love to see out here in the commentary stand as well, Drew Beggs.
He's going to be showing up on the second match of tonight versus the Florida Tech JV, but that won't be until a little bit later, so stick around for that.
Yeah, make sure to stick around, yeah. 7 to 8 is going to be our Rocket League Navy, and then you were saying at like a little bit earlier that is going to be 8 to 9 o'clock. We see, what is the team plan?
Florida Tech JV, I believe.
Gotcha, Florida Tech JV against Rocket League Blue Team. And now, it's been a minute. We're trying to settle back in. So how exactly have you been doing now with this new, not only new season, but it's new semester out here with UMW?
Oh man, you know, I really took the winter break to really kind of relax, you know, not to do much, unwind, because, you know, at the end of the semester, it was like exam after exam, and of course, I got the unluckiest lot of all, where I had an exam at like 6 p.m. on Friday, so I had to stay on campus the entire time, but you know, we aced that exam, I passed that class with an A, I'm a beast. And then I just took that break, you know, recuperate, trying to get that casting skills to the next level, like sporting next level. And then I'm coming back, you know, Rocket League's not my main game. I usually do Overwatch, but, you know, coming back on the Rocket League season, I'm hoping that I can do a little bit of commentating for a little bit of both. You know, what about you? How was your break?
Yeah, so my break, absolutely wonderful. I took the time and I actually got Baldur's Gate 3.
Oh,
and so
man, I can talk about that for years.
Love with that game. So I basically played it all day in and all day out, as well as a little bit substituting on the side as a elementary school teacher.
Oh, really?
So as always, that's been pretty fun.
Any fun stories from there?
I had this one kid who truly believed that he was the Dark Lord given reincarnation, and that was quite the ride. But
what would he do? Just like...
No, he would just tell me stories of how he was the Dark Lord reincarnated after 10,000 years.
That's tough.
It was pretty tough. He told me how he beat Spider-Man, he beat Iron Man. But as always, beating the Iron Man, we'll hopefully see our Rocket League Navy team beat Wichita State JV going into this game.
It looks like we're going to be on the orange side today, or at least for this first match. And you know, I'm ready to see this. Let's play some car soccer.
Yeah, we're going to see right here on this kickoff. That is going to be Eric, but it goes right over to our side. Kind of a little bit unlucky, but Drew now being able to follow that up out here on the Gojo. We see Hikari now coming through. Eric's little camera up in the corner. We love seeing his face. Hikari with a beautiful save. Goes to the corners. Able to follow that up. Goes right up the wall. Blue is able to keep that on their side. Passes it over to us, though. And that's going to be Drew up for it. Getting it off the side. We want to keep that pressure on. He's going to go for it again. But it gets right back mid. Eric hits it up. Goes back to our corner. We got to follow that up, though. And that goes right there for Hikari. But they're able to play just a little bit faster to get up to that ball just that minute quicker. It goes over top. We gotta get this out of there, guys. And it goes right over top of Drew, right into the goal.
Unfortunate. They were just constantly, pressuring that goal on our side. We were trying to get that ball over to their side, get it onto the wall so that we could shoot it over, but unfortunately, they were able to get it over Mr. Glubstanko and get that goal. But that's all right, because we still have 4 minutes and 20 seconds left on the clock. And, I mean, this is anyone's game right now.
Yeah, really anybody's game. It gets hit right back up. We follow this down to the middle of their corner, and that's going to be passed right down mid for us. This could be a goal right here, but not necessarily able to follow it through as we hit it back right on their side. We're really keeping the pressure on like they were doing to us just a couple seconds ago. But it goes right back over to their side, gets hit mid, trying to keep it through. They have a miss there. This is an opportunity, and it goes right to Drew. Goes through almost their double commit on the defense, though. We should be able to keep pressure on. We fake him out a little bit there on the right side with Hikari, but it goes right down mid once again. That's going to be Drew on the ball. Is he able to play this around? They place it around two defenders, goes up the side, takes it off the wall. Beautiful pass. Nobody's there, but it goes right on the side, goes following through, gets the middle boost. Hikari having to play this around. It hits right there.
On the top bar, but the top bar is the best defender in Rocket League, as they're able to just barely save that goal.
Goes right down, drops right down back to Eric, bounces over top. That's going to be they're going to be able to get there. Wichita is able to, passes it right down, however, to Hikari. Is he going to be able to play it around it?
Eric hitting it into the air and putting pressure onto their goal, Gojo, Mr. Drew himself. Just right in front of the goal, but no one was there to really assist it and put it in there. Going back over to orange side.
Yeah, absolutely. They're going to follow it through now, going up the side wall. It's hit down, but instead Eric's going to follow it through. Goes right through. He keeps going.
Not barely.
Not able to get there. That's going to be Drew coming up, trying to get the touch to pass it back to his team, but Wichita is going to be able to take that pressure back on now. It is their field. We're going to see Hikari, though. I almost spoke too soon as Hikari keeps it going. Kind of goes for the little bit of a pressure on them, tries to get their defender out of there, and then goes for a pass back to his team, but just wasn't necessarily able to get the full follow through, but he gets the read of his life as he follows it through, almost through the net, and it goes bouncing back, but there we see Eric being able to fully get this ball. It's two defenders on the right side if they're able to get this mid. But another amazing save out there from Wichita. You see Drew up for it, a little bit of a misread, but it gets bounced right back down. They were scared of where he could go. And now it's followed through up to the wall by, now once again, Drew. Glubstanko going crazy with this absolute kind of reversal
just trying
of the
to
pressure.
keep it in that corner and not in front of our goal. Really well played.
Now it goes following right back through, down to the middle. That's going to be a little bit of a misplay there. And we see kind of a little bit, is the ball kind of bouncing around? We're trying to play this slow, pass it right back to our team, and there we have it. We get it out there and cleared. We see Eric is up for it.
Just barely missed it up in the air. If he was a little bit more to the right, he was able to angle his nose and into that goal, but that's all right. We see Glubstanko able to hang an air shot. Unfortunately, Wichita State was able to block it out of the goal and send it back over to mid. We see Hikari not
and
by goal.
The open net.
I feel like our team was going a little too I guess aggressive was the word I should say. Not really focusing on the defense because, I mean, to be fair, it was on their side, but unfortunately, it got to the corner and they had an open goal and then shoot it right in.
The rotation's just down just a little bit more, getting a little bit too greedy for the balls, like you were saying. And we really need to keep those rotations down, though, if we're going to play this coming out here. But once again, first game of the season. We have all season to get those jitters out of our body. As we go in and we get it all the way down to their side of the field once again, hits it off the corner, trying to find a pass there, but it gets followed through. There it is. But not necessarily, as Wichita's able to get it right back in. Drew goes for the little bit of a cheeky bump out there, and it almost finds its way inside the net there by Eric, but it goes right back down mid. We're going to see it through. That's going to be Drew hitting it right back up, but Wichita gets the read, hitting it right back down our side of the field. Hikari's up for that. A little bit of a double commit from our side.
Pretty good block,
though. He's going to follow this through. No boost bandit as it goes right over top. We're going to see any follow-up through.
Back over onto our side, we have Drew trying to play defensing into that corner, back over down to mid. Wichita missing the ball, and then unfortunately Eric was not able to nosedive that ball into the goal. 30 seconds remaining, and we have Drew sending back over onto Wichita State's side. Open net, unfortunately not. The top bar being the ultimate defender in Rocket League.
Top bar, ultimate defender. Drew not having enough boost to follow it up. Could have been absolutely wonderful if he had that. Hikari almost with the nastiest save of his life, but it's now 3-0. 14 seconds left on the clock. This is kind of looking like Wichita's game. However, I've seen worse comebacks, to be honest.
I mean, I remember last season, like the very last game, we were able to get like 3 points in 15 seconds, and we went into overtime. So I believe that our Navy can do the same thing.
Yeah, absolutely. That's going to go right over the side there. We see Drew hitting it right back up. Any follow-up, nobody's there. But it's okay. We follow it through to the corner, goes over top. That's going to be right back down the sidelines again. We see Drew having to turn on this, but this is going to be Wichita's game. Eric
unfortunate. If he just angled the ball a little bit higher, he would have been able to get that goal, but that's all right. Looks like the first round of this bout is going to go to Wichita State, but that's all right because it is a best of 3 of 5?
I believe so. Best of 5 out here. So that was going to be Wichita State taking the first game. However, once again, I said it just earlier, this is the first game of our season out here. So we've really got to learn how that teamwork gets played. And I think with the amazing players that Glup, Stanko, Eric, and Hikari are, I think once they get that teamwork down, they're going to be moving as an absolute unit out there on the field.
I feel like the first game was really just like understand just how Wichita State was going to be moving, how they're doing their rotations. Maybe we'll make a few mistakes here and there, but now we're going to be calculating that. We're downloading them on our floppy disks up in our brain, and we're like, okay, so when we do this, or when they do this, we can cycle through here and then maybe hopefully get a goal.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm looking at chat and I see we got a subscriber, 3 months. Alderangaboom.
Alderango Boom.
Alderango Boom. I'm so sorry that I butchered that name. No. I really.
It's okay. It's Josh.
It's Josh.
It's Josh. Josh.
We love Josh.
Thank you,
Josh. see some chatters. Go RL Navy. Let's go UNW. Get dirty.
Go Wash! As we go ahead right back into this game, we see Eric going for the kickoff. Hikari trying to get that cheat, but is not necessarily able to find that and really get that read around. Drew trying to get that read off the ball, but there we almost see an unlucky first goal out there from Wichita, but they weren't able to follow it through. This is huge for us as we see Eric pass it down the middle of the field. This goes right back to our corner. We are right there for it, but following that through.
Hikari was able to defend that ball, send it back into the corner, and Drew was able to send it back on over to Wichita State's side. We see him play in the corner right now. Eric down mid. Hopefully the ball can get sent to him. Unfortunately not, but it looks like he was able to send it back on over while Wichita State trying to send it back over to our side. That's an open net, but I'm not hearing any game audio. Are you hearing any game audio right now?
I'm also not necessarily hearing the game audio. There it goes, right back on, and right like that, we are in this game as we see a goal out there from Wichita State JV.
That's all right. I think it was a very good shot by Wichita State. They was able to send it down mid, and we didn't have any defenders back at net. But you know what? Just like last game, it was 4-1 now. We still got 4 minutes left on the clock.
Yeah,
I believe
1-0, 4 minutes and 10 seconds left on this clock, and we already see the kickoff going onto their side of the field. We see Eric trying to get a little bit of passing play there, but just not necessarily able to. Accidentally bangs it all the way to their corner, and that's gonna follow up now off the wall. We have a defense though out. We gotta really pay attention to that. But there, Hikari is able to save the day.
Good job, Hikari. That was an amazing save by him.
We're going to see Drew kind of trying to get that pass, but he's challenged by Wichita State, and that gets it right outside of where they can absolutely score that goal. That's going to follow down the line once again. Hikari getting that demo. This is going to open up the pressure that UMW is able to kind of put on the ball, but it goes right down to the corner, into the middle of the field again. Right again. Oh my gosh. How many times have I said again in the last 2 seconds? That's insane.
Say it again.
Again. Holy. And it's going to go right up top now. We're going to follow that through out there from Hikari. But instead it's going to hit right down the side, right through middle, as we see Wichita State trying to get kind of a little bit of a cheeky play there, putting pressure on when they didn't actually have any. Now Drew's going to want to follow this ball, takes it up the side, tries to get a passing play out here, but it goes right through, and that's going to be right over top. It's still anybody's ball if they're able to get that out. Wichita getting an unlucky touch. Hikari trying to go for it. Probably should have left it for his teammate with a better shot there.
That's all right. Eric was able to send it back on over to Wichita State's side, but then Wichita State was able to bring it back on over to our side. This ball is just going back and forth into the one corner, out of another corner, on top of the net one time.
It really is. Now it goes off of our backboard here as Drew tries to get it out of there, but they're really able to get that read, absolutely dunking on him and going over top, but it's okay because Eric is able to get that out, passes right back to Drew, goes right back to our net. Oh my gosh.
Eric's
weaving and throwing outside of the field.
Hikari and Eric have been doing a really good job of defending that goal. You know, just making sure, like, we don't want to be like last game where we have an open net. You know, we got to stay back. We got to make sure that that ball does not get in.
Yeah, absolutely. We really need to be playing absolutely amazing defense out here from this Wichita State. And we see it now passed up, trying to go for it. This is going to be a little bit of a risky scenario if Drew goes to go. And there he does. And that's going to be Eric trying to get it back. Hikari's going back for it, but that's going to be right in the net.
Another open net. But you know what?
Yeah,
we're only up 2 points, and we still have about 2 minutes left in the game. If they just get 1 point per minute, which I'm sure that they can.
Yeah, we got it. That's going to be another kickoff as we go ahead through it. It's going to be Eric's ball. He hits it right over top. That's going to be Drew being able to follow it through, get into their quarter. We just need to get a little bit of a pass out here now. That's going to be Eric passing to Hikari, but it goes right over to the side once again. Wichita just really playing amazing defense out here. Now I see it kind of pass through. Goes over the top. That's going to go to their corner again. We see Hikari go over the top of it, and he gets the angle, making the shot
Hikari.
go right in that net.
Now let's get an instant replay on that. We see Hikari gets it off of the wall and into their net because Wichita State was just not able to reach that ball in time. 2-1, next kickoff. Let's see it.
Yeah, absolutely. Hikari with the absolutely nefarious angle right there. And we're going to go ahead and keep it going. We see Hikari jumping back up for it, but that is a demo. If we're able to keep the pressure on, we can take it over. Hikari, a little bit of a chase there on that ball, and we're going to keep it going now. Eric trying to find somebody he can play with, but nobody's there, and that's going to go right over to our side again. Played wonderfully, recognizing that it's coming back to our side of the field to be able to play that defense. Hikari's going to go up for it, follow it through now. He's going to go over to the side. That's going to be Eric's ball. Plays it over at top.
Remaining.
Hikari gets the pass over to almost the pass to Drew, and that was just a little bit harder.
Unfortunate. Drew was just right there trying to get that into the goal. Unfortunately, not able to make it in time. However, we're sending it back on over to Wichita State's side. We see Drew keeping that ball in that corner, trying to position it for his teammate Eric to send it in.
Goes over top. Eric goes through. Is he going to be able to capitalize on this? Hikari goes for it as well.
Unfortunate. That was a double commit by UMW. However, I'm not sure if they're able to get into that net because of Wichita State sending it out and away from that goal.
Yeah, absolutely. That's going to be Eric going for it. Almost a beautiful score there, right into the bottom left corner. And we see it go over top again. This is looking a little bit scary for UMW. We're going to have to get that turn, and we have to get it fast out here with the 15 seconds left on the clock. That's going to go right over top. Passes it down, 10-9.
We got a demo by Wichita State.
Yeah, Eric is going to have to go absolutely insane there, but it's not looking like it's going to get through as we see the ball absolutely rocket to the ground with that 1 second remaining. That's going to be a second game to Wichita State.
So 2-0 at the moment. However, like we said previously, this is the best of 3 of 5, so they still have to win one more game in order to take it home.
Yeah, absolutely. We still have, supposedly, if Rocket League is able to bring it back, we still got 4 games remaining. Or 3 games remaining.
3 games remaining, yeah. We're going to win the next 3, obviously.
Yeah. I was thinking like a tiebreaker where they both get a 3, but that's not how that works.
No, it would be, a tiebreaker would be a 2-2, and then they win one more.
Yeah. Anyways, now, as we see the Rocket League play, what exactly do you think that we could get down just a little bit tighter?
I think the one thing that we can do a little bit better is being able to play defense and be in that goal. Because I feel like most of the goals that Wichita State has been able to do is because we've had an open net by all of us being like overcommitted and aggressive on that ball. Now, I'm not a Rocket League player, so I'm not sure that exactly the zone that they're thinking in. Like, oh, if all 3 of us pressure this ball, then maybe we can get it in. But if one stray ball just goes to Wichita State and they're going to send it over to the goal, having an open net, no one's going to be there to defend.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we really just got to get those rotations down just a little bit more. Really knowing who is being our back at this moment is something we really got to know. And now going into this third game, I'm really hoping that they get that down. They were looking a little bit more like clockwork that last game.
They were.
We gotta see if they can put the pedal to the metal here as we go to another kickoff. That's gonna go right over top. We're gonna go right to Eric as he's gonna hit it over to that corner, trying to get a little bit of a play here. That's going to be passed right up. That's now Wichita State's ball as they go through, but Hikari goes and steals it out from under them, but it goes right back to Wichita. Solus is able to kind of get it over top. Having a little bit of an unlucky play there out there from Drew, but it's all right as Eric is able to save it. And we see Drew up again for it, passing right over to see Eric, but it's not really there.
Not able to like assist on that ball due to the pressure of the two Wichita State players.
Yeah, we're going to be a little bit more careful there. As we saw, we had 3 players up, but we're able to play this down back. And that's going to be right back there to Hikari, absolutely clearing the ball. And they missed it. Wichita State, this is an absolute opportunity out here from UMW if we're able to play this well. That's a bump as well.
See, Hikari taking over onto Eric, but Eric just barely missing it. But we're still on Wichita State's side. We've been running that back corner. Looks like Eric trying to send it into the ball, but I think that was Solus from Wichita State.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we just had another open net, I believe.
Yeah, absolutely. Just another open net. We had 1 player up and just not enough players back. We got a little bit too greedy.
Was that the Lightning McQueen Ka-chow?
I was gonna say, we did just hear the Ka-chow! So, we might be in for a rough one.
Yep.
Because nobody bests Lightning McQueen.
We love the support from Meg Banks, you know?
Yeah, we
Pretty
love
sure
Megan.
that's Drew's wife, if I'm not mistaken.
Of course.
So we're
absolutely
really
wonderful.
glad that, you know, she's out here supporting UMW.
Yeah, we love to see it. And we're going to go in and see it right now, too, as we see Hikari, the floating car, if we remember from last year. Just absolutely flying over top. And Eric, the cold, calculated slam dunk of a ball we saw right there.
He's able to nudge that ball in. Just take a quick look at that. It would just send it on in beautifully. Man, he was like a surgeon with that. He was like surgical.
Yeah.
He took that knife and just like, wow.
Absolutely able to get in there when nobody else could. We saw Eric. And now it's going to go right over top of Drew. Hikari's going to try to get that turn. It goes right up the side now. That's going to go over the top of the wall. Trying to see who exactly can get over there. And Hikari's going to be one. Really catch that ball. Play it through, but it goes right over top. That's going to be Solus. And we heard a little bit of an unlucky play there. Because I think somebody got bumped.
Let's take a quick look here.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, Eric gets absolutely slammed out of the way.
That's all right. It's 2-1 right now. They're basically only just up 1 point. We still got 3 minutes left on the clock.
Yeah,
we haven't even played half the game yet. So
already looking a lot better right here from UMW Navy than we saw from the previous 2 games. Now we're gonna go ahead and hit it down the line, and we're gonna try to follow it through. Goes over the top. We gotta follow this one, but it's gonna get hit right back over at Wichita State. We get that turn out here by Hikari, and we're gonna see if we can follow it through. Goes right to Eric.
Eric's playing in the middle.
Now this is looking a little bit scary as it's on our side of the field, but we're able to get it out of there. But it goes right back through.
Eric playing defense to get
but it's
away
right over
from
our
the
net.
ball. Hikari's sending it back up and into the corner away from our goal. Eric is barely missing in it, but Hikari's able to back it up and send it back on over to Wichita State's side. I think we have a demo by Wichita State, I believe. And back on over onto our side. But that's all right. Eric is here to defend. Same with Hikari, playing back. They don't want to make the same mistakes as last time. And Hikari trying to send it back on over to Wichita State's side, but it was brought back to our side. But that's all right because Eric and Drew is here to defend that ball.
Yeah, it looks like Eric was going for a little bit of a ground pitch there, but this is putting us in a little bit of a precarious situation. But Eric is able to bail us out just like how we got us into it. So that's all good. We go and see it's hit right back over backboard, and Hikari almost being able to get there, get that read, but it's not fully able to really get that bang that we wanted. That's going to go right to our net once again. Hits the right side. Goes over top. Hikari's going to follow it through. Goes right over back to Drew. Goes up the wall. We're going to follow this. Not able to get there. Not enough boost. That's going to go right down to the net. We see his hit back over. Eric's hitting it up, trying to just get it away from our net there. And that's going to be Hikari following through the floating cars. He's going to be able to float over by and follow it. He's not going to. He's going to opt for the better option and actually play back. And there we see that is why we need to be going back. He's really gonna get that catches. Yeah. really got to get those catches to really rocket that ball out of your net.
Rocket
And we
that
go-
league.
Yeah, rocket that league, of course. And we see Eric now going over top, trying to get it through. Not necessarily able to get there. A minute left on the clock as it goes right over to the top, flying through the air. Once again, we see that ball. We're going to see Hikari be the one to hit it out. This is an open
Floating
net for
like
their
a
side of the
butterfly
thing.
and stinging like a bee!
We see Hikari!
Good job to Hikari. Let's see. It's a replay of that.
Yeah, as always, Hikari, the floating car, flying over top and absolutely taking the ball to downtown, their goal.
Storing that ball into that goal, and we're starting the next kickoff with a minute left on the clock. Looks like we have Hikari up into the air, trying to do the same thing again. Unfortunately, Wichita State was able to hit it away from Hikari. We have an unfortunate demo onto Drew, but that's all right, because he's already back. And it's on over to our side. We have, unfortunately, we're not able to defend that goal. I do believe that we were all a little too far out, thinking the ball was going to go in a different direction, but it was just barely nudged in.
Yeah, the unluckiest floater I have ever seen. It was right in there. Almost could have called that a balloon, the way that it was just slowly falling down. Now we go ahead and see it going over back now. It's going to go right over top to our middle. We see Solus really trying to play around with that ball, but instead that's going to be UMW just kind of trying to hit it out there, but it almost gets the dunk out there for Wichita. But we're going to follow it through. We see Hikari going through the side, but not able to get that read as it kind of bounces a little bit too far for him to really catch up to. We're trying to go forward, but Wichita's able to get that catch once again. And it's going to go now fully down the line. You see Eric trying to go for it, but Wichita able to get that turn, really keep the pressure on. This is 10 seconds now left on the clock again. We get that pinch out the side. If we're able to follow this up, not able to fully get there. 3 seconds, we have to play this up.
Yeah, send that ball up into the air. Make sure it does not touch the ground. Dribble it on over to the goal. Wichita State sending it back up into the air. Eric sending onto the wall, trying to get that ball off that ground. We have Godo, Globstenko.
But not fully able to get it. That is going to be the 3-0 out there from Wichita State JV. As always, first game of the season. I think that towards the end of that, they were really getting a lot more of their kind of clockwork down, but there's still a couple like kinks and whistles that they have to kind of bug out of there. And so, I think wonderfully first game. However, we really got to get those down pat.
I really think like the staying back and making sure that we have that one man on the goal is probably what UMW needs to focus on. However, you know, I can talk about how well that they did today, though.
Yeah,
Hikari
of
coming
course.
in with that amazing shot, you know, floating that ball right into the goal. That was just an amazing play by him.
Hikari with the wonderful angle. That angle was absolutely disgusting.
Eric
as
with the
well as the floating shot, and then Eric with the
like the surgical shot into that net. Absolutely nutty.
It was insane out here from our players. And then Drew, as always, he didn't get any of the real actual big scores today, but we really saw him shine with those passes. I think those passes were absolutely wonderful to his teammates there.
Amazing.
Absolutely great. Now, we're going to go ahead and probably take a small break for now after thanking our sponsors one more time until
our sponsors.
8 o'clock is when we have the Rocket League Blue game. So as always, thanking our sponsors again, Sporting Next Level, really taking our gamers to that next level in the competition.
Taking them to the top.
Yeah, really to that top. And Colonial Internal Medicine Associates out here. Now, it's not necessarily flu season as much anymore, but if you're feeling any sort of sickness, check them out. And now, Fredericksburg Nats, a swing and a home run local minor league baseball team in our area, and the partner for the Fredericksburg Smash High School Showcase out there from the Smash Brothers team. Thank you so much for partnering with that, as well as thank you so much for sponsoring, and thank you guys at home so much for watching. Hope to catch you again in about 30 minutes when we come back to cast for Rocket League Blue. Go ahead and check you in then.
Have a nice night.
All right.
See you in a little bit.
Yeah,
I'll
see
see
you
you
soon.
guys in a little bit. Bye-bye.
Ladies and gentlemen, Rocket League fans watching around the world, it's time again. You know, we had a game at
Round
7
two.
o'clock.
Game two.
Yeah, round 2. And then before we get into it, you know, we want to thank our sponsors.
Of course.
Yeah, you want to take it away?
I sure can. So on the first, on the left, we got Sporting Next Level.
Oh my
taking
goodness.
our sports to the next level. Taking our gamers to the next level. We really do appreciate them from sponsoring our
Oh, yeah.
program. We're going to skip over Fred Nats at the moment because we have a special announcement for them. We have Colonial Internal Medicine Associates.
Oh, beautiful company, you know?
They really
Oh,
are.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'm glad that they're sponsoring.
Hey, if you're
their-
sick, you know where to go.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And now for the big announcements, Fredericksburg National, the local minor league baseball team in our area, is actually going to be hosting a Smash tournament for us.
Oh,
a high school
wow.
Smash tournament. So I'm ready to see all of those high schoolers out there in the local area coming in, playing Smash with us, and hopefully having a good time.
I will definitely be spectating.
Will you?
Honestly, I'm gonna come. I'm gonna spectate. You know, Colonial Internal Medicine. I heard word on the street is they have a box, so I plan on hopefully sitting up there.
Oh, let's go. All right. Well, but before we get into the game, what are you expecting to see out of our blue team tonight?
So, we have two familiar faces. We have Scurby and Spam, you know, classic players here, and then you have the newcomer, Electro. And seeing what these guys cook up, it's very entertaining. These guys know how to really put the ball in the net. You know, Spam, he's all over the place. You know, he can put anything. You know, a good comm from his is, where you at, Spam? Anywhere. He says anywhere every time. Scurby, love the dude. Been playing with him since season 1 of actual esports itself, so that's good. Then Electro, you know, he's actually crazy in once. He actually beat our coach last night.
Oh,
so,
really?
Yes.
That's insane.
Yeah, you know,
Good job, Electro.
he's really good. So don't leave this guy alone, right? He's gonna mess you up in the net. But yeah, no, I'm super excited to see what they pull out this evening.
Pumped. All right, so it looks like we're gonna be facing off against Florida Tech JV, all the way from Florida.
Oh my gosh,
It's a little bit away. I mean,
it's a little
same
warmer,
time.
I think.
I hope so, man. Virginia
yeah.
is just so cold this
It's
morning.
a little warm the other day.
It was a little warm.
But then you said this morning, we'll have this morning.
It was like 20 degrees outside. You know, I think
Frost on the
Virginia
windows.
has the most bipolar weather schedule I've ever known, like anywhere in the history of ever.
Oh, I know. And it's like, oh, December I'll wear shorts, and then the next day you have to wear a full parka. I think that's a word. Is it the long jacket?
I don't know. I thought you were like going off I felt like a parka something from like Star Wars. What's that? Like the blue, the Yeti from.
You're asking the wrong guy.
What's the Yeti from the one planet on Star Wars?
Yeah, now the Star Wars fan's blanking. He's put on the spot.
The Wampa.
Wampa.
Yeah, you got like wear like an entire Wampa suit. You
Wampa.
know? Just
No,
make it-
romper. That's what you're thinking of.
Romp-
It's like the full pantsuits that the
Yeah.
the ladies like to wear. Yeah, no.
Whatever the case is. The
Think I
point
can pull
is,
it off?
I think you could. I think you pull off almost anything that you can do.
Now we win the finals. I'll put one on.
Oh heck yeah.
But as you were saying,
No, I'm just saying that Virginia is just like, oh yeah, you could be wearing shorts one day, nice
Mhm.
sunglasses, maybe put on some like sunblock. I need that 100 SPF because
Oh.
But the next day it's like, oh, it's snowing outside, and you're like, well, where was that yesterday?
yeah, we had one snow that stuck, and then it was like for a couple days, and then it was
Right.
gone, like never to be seen again. I think.
I think it fluttered for like a little bit, and then it was like gone.
Yep. No.
Immediately like 7 days.
It got us a few days off of school.
That's true.
I do appreciate the snow in that aspect. And as far as the wintery season comes along, we just a friendly reminder, stay fit, stay active, and stay healthy, ladies and gentlemen. You can never ever take your health for granted. So make sure you guys stay healthy. And of course, Colonial Internal Medicine Associates, if you need an appointment, just go ahead and give them a ring. Oh yeah. But going against Florida Tech, I did a little scouting.
Okay.
And
what do you see?
As far as skill, I wouldn't say we're evenly matched because obviously the boys are on top. However,
Of course.
they I would say, on paper, statistically speaking, we're about dead even there. But
About like a 50-50 split, maybe like a 51-49, would you say?
yeah, I would say so because we have the 51 and they have the 49, obviously. But then it comes to the actual synergy itself, and these guys have been running a lot of games together. So I'll be interested to see what happens coming up.
Have these people been playing over the winter break?
Oh, yeah.
Did they know
Yeah.
they were a team before the winter break?
I would say towards the end of the winter break. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
We saw the team announcements and we just started playing together, and then I guess the rest is history.
All right.
Yeah, no, nice Rocket League. Is this the last for the broadcasting tonight, or is there more?
Yes, this is the last for the broadcasting tonight. So we had the first game versus Wichita State University with Navy, your team, and then after that we had this game versus Florida Tech JV.
So there's no Overwatch tonight?
Overwatch has a scrim tonight.
Oh, they have a scrim. Is that getting streamed?
That's not getting streamed, but tomorrow
Tomorrow.
from 8 to 10, we are going to be streaming Overwatch 2, their first match back I will be casting that along with our new member of production. Not
okay.
a new member, but I guess subbing casting member. He is a part of the Overwatch team, but unfortunately, due to some circumstances, he had to take a step back from it, and so he will be coming in, and our other Overwatch caster, Mr. Gadzooks Eli himself, is going to be on the team playing the
Shout out
game.
to the production. You know,
Shout
he's
out
right over there.
Shout out production. You know, he's over there.
Yeah, and then of course, if you want more Rocket League for your week, Wednesday comes the Mace bracket. That is more local for our Rocket League teams, and of course, yours truly will be playing in it. Hopefully, we have a little better result. That wasn't the one we just had a little bit ago. A few kinks to work out, but other than that, you know, we have Rocket League Wednesday. I believe that is at 7 as well.
All right.
And I think I heard something about Fortnite this week. I'm not sure if it's getting streamed.
I think Fortnite was Thursday.
Thursday or Friday. It's one of the two.
One of those days. But
Either way, make sure you have notifications on. Turn that bell. You know,
of course, I think we have a COD stream later this week.
that's news to me. I have no idea.
I'm not most familiar with the COD schedule, but I do believe I heard about a COD game happening. So if you want to watch some more UMW esports, I mean, I know I will.
Oh yeah, no, of course. Throw it on while you're doing some homework and whatnot.
Exactly, but
I see a transition. Are we getting into the game?
We're getting into the game, alrighty.
Oh my goodness. These guys are loading in. Florida Tech versus our boys in blue, RL Blue, UMW Blue, however you want to call them. Just don't call them late for dinner.
Yes, sir. So this is going to be a best of 3 of 5.
Best of 5, yep.
So first 3
3 wins. Exactly. And you hear them engines revving. You might hear spam in the background. Everybody's ready for this game. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for some Rocket League.
As we are getting out for the ball, looks like there's a dead even split down the middle, going towards Florida Tech side, back onto our side, UMW side, the blue side, actually. How very convenient.
And spam on the wall here, little low boost. Gonna knock it over to Skirby. Electro's gonna elect to go for it. Skirby's gonna follow him up. Potential shot opportunity. Florida Tech does get up in front of that one. Spam hanging around just a little bit. You can never trust the enemy too much. You know, you don't want to bank on them hitting everything. You want to be the superior car on the field, thus you don't overcommit there. A little bit of a whiff there. Spam heading back. Skirby gonna elect the challenge first. Does go over, a little safe here. A little dangerous, and whew,
we were able to defend that goal, but unfortunately back over onto our side again. We have Electro playing defense, very smart, playing back, making sure that that ball doesn't just go silly willy-nilly into that goal.
No, of course. No silliness, williness, or into the goal this evening. Hopefully for our boys in blue, as we have Electro go up on our corner, going to try to follow this down.
Trying to pinch it.
Yeah, a little bit of a shot on the net there from Florida Tech, but unfortunately for them, does not find its target.
We have spam in the goal, you know, making sure no silly willy-nilliness is happening. And picking over back with that top bar, being the ultimate defender.
Billy was the third word you used.
Silly willy-billy. Silly billy-willy?
No. I just blanked on the last word they used. A little awkwardness here. Gonna be a little dangerous. Florida Tech trying to capitalize, and they do. Unfortunately for us, that situation is just one undesired. You know, both players trying to be awkward or trying to prevent this ball from making any progression.
I think Spam and Electro didn't have any more boost, so they couldn't get and push it away from that net. But however, you know, it's still 1-0 with 3:38 left on the clock.
Plenty of time here.
So plenty of game time right now. Looks like it's back on over onto UMW's blue side, but that's all right. We have Skirby, you know, trying to defend that ball. Electro, unfortunately,
And a
demo.
That was textbook. That was a textbook demo from Florida Tech University. Unfortunately for us, it does land on our side.
That wasn't a commentator curse.
Yeah, hopefully not. You know, Spam did try in the corner. He actually did get a touch on that. Skirby did get a little bit of that ball there. Tried to send it up. Unfortunately, the Florida Tech shot was just a little too powerful. Point number 3 up for grabs.
Looks like it's going back on the Florida Tech side, but sending on over to UMW Blue's side. We have Spam sending it back on over, and we see an airplay coming up from Florida Tech to send it back to UMW's side.
Skirby's going to try to follow this into the corner. Gets a nice pass out. Florida Tech is back. Electro with somewhat of a dive there. Nice. I saw the vision itself. Spam being left back alone. Skirby able to get back. Spam's going to try to follow this out. Oh, of course.
Electro setting up for the ball, setting on over to Florida Tech's goal. If anyone to follow that up, Electro himself is going to be able to do it. Awkwardness.
And he's hitting the weight room, ladies and gentlemen.
Spam is able to get a goal onto Florida Tech.
This was beautiful. You see Spam lurking. He sees his teammate here. Elects for that. Has complete faith in his teammate to get that mid, sticks around, and was rewarded for it with some donuts on that goal explosion.
Like a panther on the prowl, you know, stalking the prey.
Yeah, no, the ball is the prey. What kind of meat is the ball, though? Or is it vegan?
Do panthers eat vegan food?
I'm not sure.
I would assume not. I mean, I feel like they'll probably eat anything.
Yeah, if they're hungry enough, at least I would. Not celery though. Not a celery guy.
Celery is just like emptiness.
It's gonna go straight down in front of our net. Oh yeah, you burn calories from eating celery.
Yeah, like, I'm pretty sure you burn more calories. That's why I like doing ants on a log. But you know what? We're talking food too much. We need to talk about the game of Rocket League itself. Because we have over on the UMW goal, and unfortunately, that we are not able to defend. I think that was another commentator's curse. I should have just kept talking more about food.
Yeah, no, food I think is the way to go there. No, it was a very risky play from Florida Tech. I'm just gonna say that clear as day. All 3 players were on that goal line. You never want to find yourself in that situation, no matter what, because one good touch from any side and that ball is gone. So it does pay off in that situation. We're gonna try to recover here. Gonna shoot it towards mid. Electro, like I said, that one player coming out, baby. Electro, you don't want to leave him alone. He is the GOAT of UMW for ones.
That was just a completely open net. You know, Mr. Banana himself. You know.
Well, hold up. It wasn't open until Electro made it open. Let's be honest.
Oh, fair enough. Fair enough. You know, I don't have an eye for this type of stuff, so I'm glad you called me out on that.
No, of course. That's why I'm here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Ball going up the side. Electro trying to get that down mid. Does find it.
Demo back into the game, sending it on over to UMW's side. But
Spam's cooking.
Oh, he's cooking so hard. Scurvy, I guess, trying to knock the ball away to make sure that the Florida Tech doesn't hit it.
Low boost here. This could be dangerous.
Oh,
Woo! What a bump from Scurvy.
Just missed that ball. We're sending it back on over to Florida Tech's side.
Spam, just beautiful rotations there. Beautiful rotations.
Amazing.
He saw the danger and adjusted accordingly. Unfortunately, Florida Tech with these shots, you got to give them credit where credit's due. Their shots are well placed.
Yes, sir.
Wow. Okay, that was from the wall. It was gonna be a hard one to read. Maybe a little bit of positioning on our end, but that was just a well placed shot nonetheless. Point number 7 up for grabs. Plenty of time.
This is a very high point game so far. We still got a minute 40 left on the clock. I have seen crazier comeback before.
No, I certainly have as well. Okay, a little bit there, a little bit of miscomm there, which is totally fine. We're recovering. Scurvy's gonna help.
Electro getting demoed, but that's all right because he's already back in the game.
Well, that was a double demo.
Oh, actually, really? I didn't notice that.
Yeah, both of us. Oh, a little pool shot from the teammate's side there.
Is that what that's called?
Yeah, pool shot. If you smack somebody into it, it's a pool shot, like a cue ball.
Like a cue ball. All right.
Kind of look like a cue ball.
Huh?
Nothing.
What? Anyways,
Electro
back onto the game itself, you know.
Does get bumped.
We're sending it back on over to Florida Tech side. Scurvy
Scurvy?
It right into that goal, but unfortunately, Florida Tech was there just to defend it in time.
Say that is one downside of being a ones main. You expect a little bit more time, but then Florida Tech has two more people coming for you. What a save from Scurvy there.
Spam just barely missing it, but Scurvy coming in clutch and able to save that ball from going in. Scurvy taking it off the wall, back on over to Florida Tech's side. 30 seconds left on this clock, and I'm ready to see some UMW get some big plays going through.
Yeah, no, of course, you have all players kind of pushing forward. They sense the time crunch here. Electra's going to elect for the corner. No boost here. Little dangerous. Does get it over one. Trying to get this ball mid. It does find it. Nobody's home for that.
There, I think no one had boost available. They're all boosted out. They're trying to apply pressure onto that goal. Back on over to UMW's side. Now the game. Oh my God, what's the word I'm trying to go for?
And it does go to Florida Tech this time around. However, if we're talking off of potential, you're also looking at warm-ups potentially. You're looking at these players as a whole. I just witnessed a lot of promising stuff. There wasn't anything crazy that happened. I mean, the wall shot, one that's very hard to read, they were there, or attempted to be there. You know, that's just one of those shots that's unlucky, as they would say in the business.
They were staying back by that goal, making sure one or even two members to make sure that any stray balls weren't going in. Unfortunately, they were to get a couple balls went in a few times, but
yeah,
that was due to demos. But
yeah, it was just the awkwardness, and I think if I had to offer Blue Team one piece of advice, it would be just play your game. Honestly, you play what you just did just a little bit better, you'll be all right, honestly.
All right.
No, we saw a lot of their flaws, we saw a lot of their weaknesses, and I think we can come back for this game too.
I think so too. So remember, this is a best of 5.
Best of 5.
So we still have to win 2 more matches in order to take home this, this round.
Yep, exactly. And then Fredericksburg Nats. And then, of course, Sporting Next Level.
Sporting Next Level,
Taking our gamers to the next level. I started to get ahead of myself there. Did you see that?
And like your brain's going a little bit faster than your mouth.
Yeah,
and you start talking and thinking like,
I was thinking of you being a cue ball, you know. I refuse to explain.
Can you please explain?
Game number 2 underway.
Okay.
Scurvy going for the kickoff here, or following up the kickoff. Trying to put a little pressure on Florida Tech here. What a bump coming from Florida. Is there going to be a save? And oh my goodness.
I thought that top bar was going to come in clutch.
I'm not entirely sure. You know what just happened. Spam was going for a perfect squishy. Florida Tech just gets that one extra touch that keeps it high enough to where Spam could not touch it. Unfortunately for us, that is one down, but plenty of game to go.
Yes, sir. That was only 9 seconds in. Like, we have an entire game left to play.
Now we got to score at 8.
Spam riding up on that wall, staying on over to Florida Tech's side. We have Scurvy trying to pass it. Spam trying to pass it to Scurvy, unfortunately not able to make it. Looks like staying on back over to mid. Back on over to Blue's side. That's all right. Get the ball in front of the goal.
Electro's there.
Electro is back there. If Scurvy defending that goal, but make sure that that ball is not going through. They did not want another repeat. Mr. Banana trying to shoot it in, but Electro is able to save it again. Back into the corner.
A little awkwardness in the corner. Corner is the safest place you can put this ball, but the most awkward to try to take it from the other team. Electro electing not to go for it here. I keep saying electing for Electro. It just kind of rolls off the tongue.
I think he didn't have enough boost.
Oh, yeah, no, might have been. I honestly wasn't paying attention to that one. Unfortunately, the bump comes out.
I think it was just that there was not enough boost to go around. I think Florida Tech was able to take all those boost pads available to UMW.
And then Scurvy was ready and back. Just that one attacker on Florida Tech side did fly into our net and just bumped Scurvy on the way out, sending him upfield, taking away our defense. But like I said, still plenty of game to play.
0.3 up for grabs. Looks like it's back on over to UMW's side, but that's all right to the corner. It's safe. It's sitting back over to mid on the Florida Tech side. Like it's bumped into another UMW corner on the opposite side, but Scurvy able to send it down mid. Let's see if Electro is able to cook right here. Dribbling that ball. All right.
A little awkward, trying to get out of there.
Electing to go for the boost to make sure it's all fueled up, ready to go. I like that sound for the boost. You know what that boost trail is?
It's ion or plasma or something. Shot going towards Florida Tech's side. They are able to get up and get it.
Scurvy seeing the ball on over to Florida Tech's side. Spam unfortunately not able to touch that ball, but that's alright. We have Electro and Scurvy on the back and making sure that that ball is not going towards goal.
Scurvy up for the save here. Spam's going to try to bring it into the corner a little bit. Florida Tech up trying to get some kind of touch because that was very dangerous territory if they did not. Spam going up with, I believe it is Electro.
Scurvy electing to stay back, make sure no stray balls are, going to be hitting back in that direction. And thankfully he was. He's ready for this ball back here.
Oh my goodness. That flick came out of nowhere. Thank goodness they were not ready. And we'll answer back with a flick of our own. Spam going downfield here, has 44 boost, plenty enough to do something with it. Tries to leave it for Electro, and just Florida Tech is just there.
Scurvy trying to sink it down onto the goal, but unfortunately gets bumped away, and it's a little to the left.
Electro turning for this, going to try to bring it back to the corner on their side. It does come off the wall a little bit there. That is one of the most aggravating things that can happen. Spam with a shot.
Oh man, that would have been an amazing shot made by Spam.
Gotta make sure we leave each other enough space to work. All players are very competent in hitting this ball and making stuff happen. We just don't want to be stepping on each other's toes. And that looks like an open net coming from UMW.
Oh,
Electro with a sniper.
What a shot.
Just banging it on their net.
Just locked in, clocked in, and then just shot that ball straight into the net.
Shout out to my Pal World players, but there's a move where it's like, locks on laser. Forget about it. Anyways. 0.4 up for grabs, 2 minutes left.
Is that Pal World Sphere right there?
Oh, Pal World Sphere up in the air.
Is that an Ultimate Sphere?
Our director is giving me the head shake. I'm done talking about Pal World.
What's a Pal World? All I know about is Rocket League.
Rocket League indeed. Scurvy looking for a shot opportunity here. It is a little high. Electro's going to try to catch him awkward. Florida Tech does get a good clear off of that. This game looking very close. Both players up. Not necessarily a bad thing on defense there.
No siree. Back on over to Florida Tech's side, but it gets bumped onto UMW side. Spam electing to send it back on over to Florida Tech side, but it's just like back and forth and back and forth. This is like a game of ping pong.
Yes, this game considerably closer than the last. believe it was Spam up there denying that potential downfield take. Skirby's now going to go up. Going to try to put one close to the net. Florida Tech is there to catch. Electro with a 0 boost here. Does get a touch. Ball is going downfield.
Spam seeing it into the corner.
See if we have somebody here to read this. Florida Tech.
Setting it back on. 1 minute left on the clock. We are 1 point down.
Oh, Skirby with a fake.
Right.
Oh, what a beautiful touch. Unfortunately, just a little off there. Electro stealing the boost. Yeah, that corner dive is something dangerous to go for. However, time is winding down.
Spam getting that full boost. Bandit able to send it, electing it to send it onto the wall, back up to the air, so Skirby can hit it to their side, but Florida Tech was able to challenge it. Very close shot on goal made by Florida Tech, but
Florida Tech doubled up here.
Spam. Ooh. Oh, I thought there was someone over there, but there was a Florida Tech player on that side.
Going for a flip reset. Denied. One demo. This looks like an opportunity. Unfortunately, Skirby's without a boost. He's going to go elect for the bang. Hopefully try to get a little bit something going here.
Spam
7 seconds
over.
left. Looking for somebody mid.
There's a demo. There's a demo on Florida Tech. Electro seeing it into the wall. Is Skirby able to play it?
Just a little high. Little high there. 1 to 2. Like I said, we're cooking. We're warming up.
Very cooking game.
Oh my goodness. A lot of good opportunities there. The boost management just got the best of us, because if Skirby had a little bit more boost on that last one, I think something could have happened. I'm not jinxing it. I'm not saying anything one way or another. It could have. There's a possibility, or a better possibility.
I do think I have to agree that boost economy. I feel like Florida Tech was just able to like snipe out those full boost pads, the circular ones.
Yeah.
And just like able to prioritize like taking those and making sure and denying us of that boost.
Exactly. And then just the opposite side of that is sometimes they do that and they just overcommit. So I think if we're able to take advantage of that, a lot more points will be coming our way in terms of catching them out and catching them out. And going into this next game, I did notice a few things on our side. Well, at least I think mainly one. We just need to be careful as third man. That third man commitment will be the end all be all. There was a few very close moments where Florida Tech had some solid shots on net, and our third man was able to rectify the situation. But you know how Florida Tech is playing, at least right now. They have a lot of pressure on our side. Say third man touches it, maybe it's not the best touch, goal. You know what I mean?
Looks like we have first time chatter, Alex ALEX. Alex is spaced out. Thank you so much.
Yeah, of course. Thanks for
tuning
stopping
into
by.
the stream.
Oh yeah, game number 3 underway. UMW Florida Tech.
Right, so it looks like it's sitting it back on the Florida Tech side. High potential for a shot on goal, but unfortunately it's sent back up into the air onto our side. Looks like Florida Tech absolutely whiffing and getting punished for that by getting demoed. How unfortunate.
Dave with a good touch mid. We just need somebody for the follow-up there. Little awkwardness here. Just gotta make sure our players are talking. That does prevent a lot of jumbleness. Bang up field. Florida Tech's gonna try to deny this. There should be somebody there for the follow-up. Maybe a little bit of a double commit. I believe Skirby's gonna try to follow this. Gonna get one touch mid. Florida Tech does find themselves there as well. Electro now on the ball. Florida Tech again on the ball as well. Electro's gonna try to rotate behind Spam. Spam with a beautiful 50 goes their way.
Bumping Florida Tech. Skirby, unfortunately not able to send it on into the goal, but Spam,
Straight down. Potential. Nobody was mid there on that one. Unfortunately, that one was a hard one to kind of predict.
But we're applying a lot more pressure than we were last game. We're really like keeping up that offense.
And we just gotta make sure we don't have too much pressure to where we sacrifice our own defense. That is the #1 thing we do not want to do.
We see that Electro and Spam were playing back to make sure that ball does not go
Skirby.
in the goal.
The real chance. Florida Tech misses.
Unfortunately, it gets bumped up a little too high for Skirby to rotate that ball into the goal.
Yeah,
That's
no.
all right. 3:36 left on the clock.
Tell Skirby was definitely going for something a little bit more natural there. He was gonna just simply go for the follow-through, as you would in that situation. Florida Tech missing. I just think that it's you just never know.
It's quite odd. It's an odd ball.
They say to play for the best case scenario. And another first-time chatter, or Givo, I think, or Grease.
That sounds about right. I'm not the best with spelling. You know, English wasn't my first language.
There's a goal. There's a goal.
Holy!
Well, if English isn't your first language, your best language, how about goals? Are they a good language of yours? Because we just scored one.
Honestly, I think it is. I think it's my #1 language. Right?
Now listen, if things start to go south, change languages. Just do something else.
I mean, habla inglés.
Exactly. Point number 3 up for grabs. Electro electing for the fake.
It's like it's being
Still
played
on.
back on our side. Electro electing to stay away from the ball, and Scurvy staying on over to Florida Tech's side. They spam, nice shot on goal, but that
Scurvy's
top
gonna be
bar
there.
defender.
Barely beat by Florida Tech. Spam having a little bit of space here. Coming off the wall.
Spam landing on the ground,
Ooh.
and they're keeping it on the ground ball. I think Spam was trying to say like, oh, he's gonna bump that ball into the air, but Florida Tech just like kept it on the ground. Beautiful defend by Spam.
Spam
Getting
full
into the
boost
corner.
in the air. This is another dangerous sight. Spam calling for the high ball.
Juggling over Florida Tech's goal, and Scurvy just making sure, like, no,
What a
that ball
read.
is staying on that side of the field.
Yeah, that commitment to 2 people in the corner here is going to bite us in the end there. Unfortunately, I saw the vision. It just did not come to fruition in this case. Yeah, just that flick
Didn't
and then
have that magic 8 ball. You didn't shake it. You know, you couldn't see it.
Yeah, no, I need to shake the magic 8 ball. Do we have a chance? It says absolutely. Point number 4 up for grabs. 2:30 left. We have more than half the game.
We still do have half the game. We're gonna look at that.
Now we have half the game.
Look.
I wasn't letting you beat me to that.
Yeah, you kind of had your like finger on the trigger with that. You're like,
Yeah.
oh, boom, right there.
I was
got
ready to
line.
fire that one.
Spam dribbling the ball.
A little awkwardness here. Scurvy's going to try to take it up the wall. Florida Tech is able to respond.
In that corner, and Electro sitting it down mid.
Trying to get the sniper back out. A little bump from our teammates there. Spam with a good 50.
Scurvy trying to capitalize on that ball in the air, but that's unfortunate. I saw that Electro was rushing over to get to that goal, and he was almost there. But a ball going 52 miles an hour is kind of hard to predict.
Yeah, a little awkwardness there on the chows. A potential miscomm where we didn't know somebody was up. Something along those lines. Several things could have been at play, but one thing that is at play is that we are still in this game.
Yes, sirree.
One of the hardest things historically in any Rocket League game, any level, is maintaining your mental.
Keeping that good PMA, no BMA.
What does that mean?
You got that positive mental attitude and then
Oh.
the bad mental attitude. So we want that PMA.
PMA
And we-
all the way.
And we want to give them that BMA.
Oh yeah. Well said, cue ball.
Okay, where? Can you please explain to me where this cue ball come from?
And a good clear from Scurvy.
You can't ignore this question, correct?
Electro waiting for Florida Tech's touch, baiting them in. Spam's gonna be off the wall here. Florida Tech finding one guy back. Electro trying to catch, gonna bring it up the wall. Has one beat, looking for the second. Unfortunately, does not find it. Florida Tech find themselves already up. Scurvy with a real clear opportunity here.
1 minute left to go, and I see 3 points in our immediate future.
Why as well? That's a curse. You better take
No,
that
it's
back.
not. No, I'm doubling down on this.
Doubling down? Well, double down indeed. Unfortunately, is what I would have said if Scurvy had that bar down. Unfortunately, Florida Tech did find themselves there.
Applying heavy pressure on their side of the field, on their goal. But going back on over to UW's side. 30 seconds remaining with a demo on Electro. The ball.
What a
Oh
save!
my goodness, golly gee, count your blessings. That was an insane defend by UW.
Absolutely robbed of their point. Goodness. Well, if there's
Holy
one thing for
moly.
certain,
I hear comms going on. I think Spam trying to go for the mid ball. 7, 6,
Find a mid.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we're going into overtime. Keep that ball
We're
up
down.
into the air. Oh!
we're down by 2. We're down
Wow. Don't we get like 10 seconds after?
by 2. No.
You know?
No. Unfortunately, very, very GG's there. Both sides back and forth. Florida Tech did just capitalize on some of the little hiccups that we had, and they were able to do that tenfold with a goal pretty much each time, If there was only, a 2-goal difference, 2 mistakes. That's how I see it. So, nice little VOD review session in the future for them, as well as us for tonight's games, but What'd you think?
I
How do
thought
you
it
feel
was
about
a
UMW
very good
Rocket
game?
League?
A pretty good first game back. Even though we did lose, I feel like this is a good learning opportunity. You know, this is like the first time that this team has seen like any competitive action together, and so you know, being able to like learn how like a competitive environment is, all the people, you know, realizing like, oh, I have to trust them. You know, these are my teammates. I put my faith in them.
Brand new teams, by the way.
Brand new team, and so I think once we get into the more of the groove of that, we have more skirms, we have more games under our belt. They're gonna fully like release their potential.
Yeah,
And
no, I
feel,
agree.
like soar into, you know, they goes UMD fly, eagle fly, you know, soar to the top of the bracket.
Yeah, because we're Eagles.
yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, we just want to give one more huge shout out to our sponsors. We have Sporting Next Level, bringing our gamers to the what?
To the next level.
And who else we got?
I think we got the Colonial Internal Medicine Associates. Is that
Really? Oh yeah, no.
I can't remember what exactly do they do. Are you sick? Are you okay?
Yeah, a little. Where should I go?
Colonial Internal Medicine Associates. I
okay,
believe
I'll
that
go.
the remedy just for you.
Oh,
But
I just win. I feel better.
You feel good.
Yeah.
Now that you feel good, I do believe that there is a sporting event happening, you know, at a minor league baseball stadium, but I can't remember the name.
Oh, I think that's Fred Nats Stadium.
Oh, how did you know?
Oh, because UMW has a showcase.
They do?
Yeah, Super Smash Bros. I believe it's a 64 player showcase.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, no, Smash Bros. We're gonna go over there, watch some good gameplay, and you can catch me in the Colonial Turtle Medicine Associates box. Of course,
I'll see you
sponsored by
over there.
Scurvy. Scurvy's gonna
Sure.
let me in.
Oh, of course,
Yeah.
of course.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. I am Drew Beggs, Glupstenko, or Gojo in game, and then Cue Ball.
No. I am Sean Gingerman
Oh.
Price. Thank you very much. I don't know what cue ball is, but it's definitely not me. You
Yes,
know?
it is.
No, it's not.
Take care, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see you next
I'm
time.
not cue ball. Have a
Cue
nice
ball.
night. No, I'm not cue ball.
Cue Ball.
No.
Yep.
No.